Growing up in Colombia, again in a low-income community, soccer was kind of that avenue that provided for me. And you're staying away from doing bad stuff because you're playing sports, you're playing with kids in your communities, and it just gives you an opportunity again, be healthy while you're having fun. Soccer was a dream. It became my reality, playing for a professional team in the second division in Colombia. Through God's hand in my life, the door was open to come play college soccer in the United States. I was never going to go to college. I was like, hey, I'm done with education. I made it through high school. Through soccer, this door opened to come study in the United States of America. And for my dad, coming out from a really poor community, hearing that, hey, your son has an opportunity to get an education from the United States of America, that's like somebody tells you, hey, you can go to Mars kind of thing. Long story short, ended up coming to the States. And this is where really God revealed really a burden that He had given my heart through soccer. They're kids, and I would say specifically boys, that they're growing up to be men without knowing how to be a man because there's no father figure in their lives. And I just started bringing a soccer ball to their community. And I just remember these kids were coming, and that's where the burden kind of was put in my heart that God gave me an opportunity as a coach, not just to be a soccer coach, but a life coach for these children. So through grad school, I started thinking about how can we create a social enterprise that through sport, we can provide a mentor for that at-risk youth and really change the whole trajectory of their lives and their families. So that was born in Philadelphia. We started working on it. That's when kind of God opened the doors for me to come to Atlanta. And when we moved to Atlanta, that was the plan. How can we come alongside a community that is vulnerable and again, provide a mentor into the life of these kids. Through soccer, equip them to win not just on the field, but in all of life, which is education, family life, faith, and purpose.
So I remember sitting at lunch, and I remember my brother saying, "Hey, you've got to meet this guy named Jorge. You've got to get to know him." I was like, "Who's Jorge?" I remember that first conversation was like we connected immediately over this idea of helping kids through the avenue of soccer. So at the Path Project, we serve kids in 8 mobile home park neighborhoods. 5 are in Gwinnett County, Walton County, Hall County, Tennessee. And our mission is to empower kids to find their path to high school graduation and God's plan for their future, to break the cycle of high school dropouts. We were struggling with how to connect with mainly boys who we met in these neighborhoods, and they didn't want to come and do homework or come and sit in some of our after-school programs. And so we're like, well, what if we connect with soccer? We always saw kids playing soccer, never knew what to do. So when we met Jorge and his team at Upper 90, it was just a perfect match.
But what I love when I heard about you guys is that soccer was just going to be a tool. Soccer wasn't going to be the goal, the end for these kids. It was just going to be an extra addition for what you guys as Path Project were doing so well in the lives of these kids. Last season we finished and we were serving about 455 kids in our program. We develop teams inside the communities where the Path Project is serving. Whenever those kids are done with homework, either that same day or the next day, they will come to the soccer program. And that's where we, as Upper 90 Mentorship Program, we help raise that mentor coach that will come and serve those kids.
So when I think about Brian, one of our students, we've known him since 2010. I mean, we've known him since he was in middle school, watching him grow up through high school. Always loved soccer, but outside of soccer, very quiet, very shy. So he graduated high school in 2016. First person in his family to graduate. He connected with Jorge and his team before that as a player, but really seeing him blossom was when he became a coach. I remember seeing him for the first time leading a group of young people who live in his same neighborhood. And I remember thinking, this is not the same kid. I think that opportunity to lead and to be a coach is something that has been life-changing for Brian. It was awesome.
I want to encourage coaches that whatever you are, yes, we need to be great on our sport. You have to give your best. But how can we have a perspective that, hey, most of our players, they're all going to become either a father, a mother, a leader. And through sports, we get to transform our community through our platform as coaches. And what I love now is for many college teams, but also for pro teams. And I've just been blessed to be able to come alongside Atlanta United as a chaplain. they have a huge platform in their community to make an impact. And I love that because, again, I had a few of those men in my career when I played that they just allow me to keep going, to have a greater perspective in life. And I'm blessed to come alongside them as a team chaplain, but really just a friend, a mentor, somebody that looks at them not as this pro athlete, but just as a brother, as a human being that needs somebody to support them.
Hey Jorge, I just want to say congratulations on winning the Coachers Leadership Network Award. I can't think of anyone else who is more deserving of it. We just really appreciate everything you do for us. It really brings us closer to each other and closer to the Lord with you coming in every week and just mentoring us and leading us to get closer to Him. And we really appreciate it. We appreciate everything you do for us. Congratulations, man.